Do you ever find an instance where somebody who's brought you in, do you ever find that they might actually be contributing to the cause of some of the issues?
Almost always.
Ooh.
And it's regardless of the audience I'm talking to, Justin. So it may be a group of entrepreneurs, it may be a group of business leaders who have run their organizations for decades, but invariably it's kind of akin to the fish rots at the head. And it's, God bless them, they're either insensitive to their own blind spots, or they really don't have a willingness to go to the painful areas, which is what are they and their leadership team contributing in terms of the things they're not doing well that are causing potential roadblocks to future growth. So it's a great question. It's nearly always the case, and that's why I listen for what we call white flags or triggers. You know, my people fill in the blank, or our competitors fill in the blank, or there's a war on talent. So you can start to hear the nature of those comments are external. They're external to outside factors, other people. It's not inside themselves. So yeah, it's typically when I deal with that, it's being very sensitive to those are teachable moments. And it's also, it reveals a need for coaching, one-on-one coaching, which may be often, as you asked, not the direction they wanted to go, but the direction I try to steer it into.
How do they typically handle that conversation when you are, I mean, I'd imagine that'd be pretty tough to start that conversation with them, and you have to do it in a respectful way and obviously in a professional way. But are they usually understanding of starting there first or getting to that point?
You hit the nail on the head. You have to be respectful in any engagement. But I will say that what I try to do is grab some low-hanging fruit, meaning get some immediate wins, things that we can do that are actionable that may not be the really difficult conversation where we address some other challenges such as staff development, one-on-one leadership team coaching, maybe repositioning their vision, mission, values, or doing an off-site retreat with their leadership team. But those are some ways to buffer when we get to the difficult conversation, because I've built reputational credit with them by achieving some wins. But often when you're working with somebody, regardless of the amount of sensitivity and whether you build credit with them, those difficult conversations can invariably go one of two ways, right? So the first way is, I never really noticed that, or people have said similar things. I really need to internalize that. Tell me a little bit more. How do we get Ethan to a place where I'm not like that? Versus, I resent what you're saying. It's not true. It has nothing to do with me. I've been running, or my family's been running this business for decades, or I'll forget more than they ever knew. So it goes one of two ways once we get to those really challenging opportunities. And it's my responsibility as a business growth coach to help them get there. So I take that responsibility very seriously. And sometimes we do get there. Sometimes we don't. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really, really appreciate the opportunity to share with you best practice on unleashing your people's untapped potential. If there's any way that I can assist you or you want to have a follow-up conversation, please feel free to email me at ethan@thechasengroup.com or call me. My number is 917-239-5571. Have a great day.